Okay, so hello, assalamu alaikum, students. This is your teacher Azka, and I teach business and accounting to O and A level students. So, in this particular video, we are going to solve the paper three, A levels business, and this is the latest series, October November 2024. And this is the last paper of this paper three, like this is the last variant because I already uploaded the variant one, variant two of the paper three, and this is the last one which we are going to solve now. And we have 1 hour 45 minutes to solve this paper. Okay, so first of all, I recommend you to read the case study and after that watch this video. But for you guys, I just wrote the summary of this case study. Okay, so we have the business background, its external environment, the challenges in operations and in the financial strategy. So we are going to see this. Okay, so basically this case study basically provides an insightful view of the growth challenges and strategic decisions of the Australia's fitness factory, in short AFF. So let's break down the key components of the business to understand its current state and the way forward for the company. So this is the business background. So its founders, let's talk about its founders and expansion. So it is founded in 2015 by sister Rosa and Rachel. And AFF started with a single fitness factory and expanded to 5 locations by 2023. And their business model leverages the growing demand for health and well-being. This is basically a public limited company. In 2019, AFF transitions to a public limited company with the founders retaining 55% of ownership. The expansion continues with the issuance of the new shares in 2023. And this is the external environment of this business. So the demand for their service is very good because they are promoting the well-being and health of people. So there is a health and well-being demand. There's an increasing demand for fitness services, especially as the population ages. And this trend is favorable for AFF as a fitness industry grows. And there's also one more problem in external environment is there is inflation and government regulation. So the increase in inflation and the legal minimum wage in country M affects AFF's operational cost, especially labor-related expenses. Additionally, government grants for relocating out of the city center present opportunities for the future expansion. And this is the market strategy of this business. So they are offering the membership pricing. So the membership costs $2,500 annually, with benefits like personal trainer consultation and discounts on classes. Non-members pay per use. CRM and loyalty, AFF has customer relationship management and loyalty. So AFF has used customer relationship marketing, CRM to enhance the communication, boosting customer loyalty and increasing the membership by 15% in 2022. And there's also income elasticity of demand. That YD of 2.5 for pay as you go classes suggest that the demand for these classes is highly responsive to changes in income. As people's income rise, the demand for these classes will likely increase. Now let's see their HR management. So they have employee contacts. AFF use a flexible staffing approach with short-term contacts for fitness instructors and part-time permanent contractors for other staff. So training in customer care and teamwork is provided. The second one is leadership and succession. So Rosa and Rachel are looking to recruit a new CEO to manage the company as they step back. The new CEO must possess emotional intelligence and drive to lead the company forward. The third one is HR challenges. So with continued expansion, AFF will need to reconsider its organizational structure. As a company scales, it will need to integrate more formal HR policies to maintain quality and employee satisfaction. And let's see its quality issues. So there's a lot of customer complaints. So AFF is facing increasing complaints about the poor service, such as the late classes, broken equipment, and cleanliness issues. And this indicates a lack of effective quality control system. And there is also a proposed solution of TQM. for this problem. The Rachel advocates that for total quality management to address these issues, and TQM focuses on continuous improvement and customer satisfaction, and which is crucial for AFF's long-term success. And there's also some financial overview. So revenue basically has grown from 25 million to in 2022 to 27 million in 2023, signaling the positive growth. However, operating for profit decreased slightly from 1.5 million to 1.4 million, and the dividend paid to shareholders decreased from 0.5 million to $0.4 million. Share price also dropped by from 40 to 35 with the $5, reflecting some concerns about AFS financial performance. The dividend yield in 2003 was 5.7%. Decrease in dividend per share from $3 to $2 raises question about AFF's ability to generate the higher profit for shareholders. Now they have growth plan. Rachel wants the new CEO to lead AFF's expansion into a neighboring country to increase profits. However, Rosa believes the current financial information may not satisfy the shareholders, suggesting a need for a more aggressive growth strategy or operational improvements. And here we have the financial indicator analysis. There are some strategic recommendation for AFF. You can just read, you can pause, you can take a screenshot. Okay. So now let's move forward to the questions. We have the first question in which we are going to analyze the two threats to AFF from changes in its external environment. Okay, so there is a first thing which is changing in the external environment is that there is rising operation cost due to inflation and minimum wage increases. So how this will impact? So recent rise in the inflation in country M and increase in the legal minimum wage pose significant challenges for AFF. As a fitness business, AFF operational costs, particularly in relation to labor such as fitness instructor, cleaners, and maintenance staff, will rise. This can lead to higher overall expense for business, reducing the profitability. Now, what will be the threat if this is happening? So how this will create a threat for the AFF? So there's a cost pressure for AFF. So AFF already slim operating profit margin, which is 1.4 million in 2023, could be squeezed further, especially if the increase in wages is not offset by an increase in membership fees or higher customer numbers. The second, because we need to write the impacts. So you can write maybe one negative, one positive, two positive, and two negative. So now it's up to you basically. Okay. So now let's see. This is one more affect price sensitivity, and this is the number 3, that government policies and relocation grants. So how this will impact to AFF. So governments offer grants for business that relocate out of the city centers could be double-edged sword for AFF. While such incentives could be an opportunity for expansion, and they could also represent a threat if AFF's competitors capitalize on these grants and move their operations to location with the lower cost, potentially attracting the AFF existing customers. So how this will threat to AFF? So there will be a competitive disadvantage. So if AFF does not take advantage of these government grants or relocate too late, so competitors that relocate to more affordable areas may offer lower membership prices or improved services, creating competitive pressure, and this could lead to customer churn and reduce growth in the AFF membership base. So this is one more thread I have written. So if you want to just read it, you can read, but you only need to explain 2. The second question, this is for the 8 markers. Analyze 2 benefits to AFF of recruiting a new CEO who has a high level of emotional intelligence. So basically, we are going to write the 2 benefits of having a high emotional intelligence. Okay, so here are 2 benefits. First one is that there will be enhanced employee morale and retention. This is the first benefit. Now we are going to explain this benefit. So a CEO with high emotional intelligence can foster a positive and supportive organizational culture, and which is crucial for employee engagement and retention. So emotional intelligence involves the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions as well as those of others. And this can help the CEO to create a work environment where employees feel valued, understood, and motivated. So, how this emotional intelligence will help AFF in this situation? So, there will be improved leadership, that a CEO with high AI can connect with the employees at all levels. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so a CEO with high AI EI, it means that emotional intelligence can connect with employees at all levels, from fitness instructors to senior operations managers, addressing their concerns and fostering the strong relationship, and this can lead to improved job satisfaction and reduced turnover and a more cohesive team. This is the first benefit. Now let's see the second one. Better customer relationship management, CRM, and client retention. So, what is the benefit of having emotional intelligence? Now we are going to explain this benefit. So, a CEO with emotional intelligence is also adopt at understanding the customer needs, empathizing with them, and tailoring services to enhance the customer satisfaction. This aligns with AFF existing focus on improving CRM to drive loyalty and membership growth. How this will help AFF? So it will help AFF to improve the customer interaction. So new CEO's emotional intelligence can influence how the company interacts with its clients, and they can ensure that customer concerns are addressed promptly, which could lead to better customer retention and a stronger brand reputation. And this is particularly important as our AFF is currently dealing with increasing customer complaints about the quality issues. Okay. So now let's see the other question. Refer to line 29. Calculate the forecast change in sales for pay as you go fitness classes if average income decreases by 6%. Okay. Um, so how we can find out? So if you want to find out the income elasticity of demand for pay as you go fitness class in given 2.5. So the formula for calculated YED multiply percentage change in income. So as you can see that income elasticity of demand is 2.5 and percentage changes in income is minus 6% a decrease. So now just multiply this with the 2.5 multiply minus 6%. So percentage change in quantity demanded will be minus 15%. So if average income decreased by 6%, the forecasted change in sales for pay as you go for fitness classes will be decrease of 15%. And this is because demand for pay as you go fitness classes is highly responsive to changes in income as indicated by the YD of 2.5. Okay, so now let's see the other question. Okay. Refer to line 24, 28. Calculate the promotional elasticity of demand for annual membership of AFF. Okay, so for calculate the promotional elasticity of demand PED for annual membership of AFF, we need the following information. So here there is a promotional spending increase from 500,000 to 600,000, which is a 20% increase. And increase in income in annual membership is 15%. Okay, so now we just need to write the formula. So what is the formula for this? Percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in promotional spending. Basically, how we can find out the percentage change in quantity demanded? 6,000 minus 5,000, 600,000 minus 500,000 divided by 500,000 multiplied by 100. So this is 20%. So percentage in change in quantity demanded. This is the percentage change in quantity demanded. Okay, sorry. This is the percentage change in promotion. Okay. So this is 20%, and if you see that the annual membership is 15%. So now you just need to multiply it, divide it 15 with the 20%. So you have 0.75. So the promotional elasticity of demand PED for annual membership of AF is 0.75. This means that this is not needed by the examiner, but we are just interpreting the information. This means that for every 1% increase in promotional spending, the annual membership increases by 0.75%. Since the PED is less than 1, it indicates that the demand for AFF annual membership is inelastic with respect to promotional spending. So in other words, while increasing promotional spending results in more memberships, the changes in demand is proportionally less than the increase in promotional spending. Now let's see this question. Evaluate which element of AFF's coordinated marketing strategy is most important. Okay. So in AFF coordinated marketing strategy, several key elements. So how many key elements are there? Annual membership pricing benefits, customer relationship marketing, promotional spending, advertising, pay-as-you-go classes, and app integration. So after reviewing these elements, we will focus on promotional spending as a most important element. Now we are going to analyze this. So why promotional spending is the most important element? So the reason is that promotional spending was effective. So AFF has shown that promotional spending had a significant impact on its membership numbers. In 2022, the company increased its promotional budget from 500,000 to 700,000, resulting in a 15% increase in annual membership. And this demonstrated a direct correlation between increased promotional spending and higher membership uptake. And there are also advantage of promotional spending effectiveness, that is promotional elasticity of demand, okay, comparative advantage. And also, as you can see that I have talked about the second element, which is CRM. And I also write its advantage, and I have discussed the pricing structure as well. So I have discussed the advantages of each and every element, and now I'm going to conclude the answer. So while all elements of AFF marketing strategy play a role in its success, promotional spending is the most crucial for increasing the number of members, as demonstrated by a 15% increase in the membership following a 20% increase in the promotional spending. Even with the promotional elasticity of demand is 0.75, the clear link between the spending and membership growth highlights that this element has a most immediate and the measurable impact on the company's objective of boosting the memberships. So therefore, AFF should continue to focus on the strategic and well-targeted promotions to maintain growth and competitive edge in the expanding fitness market. Okay, so now let's see the other question. Okay. This is question number 4. Refer to table 1.1. Calculate the change in dividend yield between 2022 and 2023. Okay, so basically, if you want to find out the dividend yield, so there's a formula: dividend per share divided by share price multiplied by 100. So in 2023, dividend per share was $2, share price was $35, and in 2022, dividend per share was $3, and share price was $40. So now we are going to see the dividend yield calculation for 2023. So the formula is same. 2 divided by 35 multiplied by 100. So 5.71% for dividend yield for 2023. And for 2022, this is 7.5%. So now we basically want to find out the change in dividend yield. So what was the dividend yield for 2023, which is 5.71 minus 7.5%. So there is minus 1.79% of change in dividend yield from 2022 to 2023. So dividend yield decreased by it is basically, yes, it is a decrease. It is decreased by 1.79% from 2022 to 2023, and this decline reflects a lower dividend per share paid in 2023 and the decrease in share price. So which both contributed to reduce a return for shareholders in terms of the dividends. Okay. Now let's see the B part. That evaluate whether shareholders should be satisfied with AFF financial performance in 2023. So now we are going to see the financial information. So to evaluate whether shareholders should be satisfied with AFF financial information 23, we need to consider key financial indicators and assess the company's overall performance, taking into account the data provided in table 1.1. So there's a revenue growth. 2003, it was 27 million, and in 2022, this is 25 million. So how much percentage of growth is there? So if you want to find out the difference, so in 2003, this is 27 million, and in 2025, this is 25 million. So 27 minus 25 divided by the old revenue, which is 25 multiplied by 100. So it means that your revenue has increased by 8%. And the operating profit was in 2003, which is 1.4, and in 2022, this is 1.5. So operating profit change is 1.44 minus 1.5, this is 0.1 million change, and this is equal to minus 6.67% if you just want to find out its difference. And difference you can find out with this similar formula. Dividend performance, it is basically dividend per share is equal to $2 in 2003, and in 2002, this is $3. So there is a minus $1 dropped. And if you just again want to find out its percentage, so you can use the same thing which I did here. So there is 7.5%. So the evaluation for this performance is that there is a reduction in dividend per share from 3 to 2, and the corresponding drop in dividend yield from 7.5 to 5.7. And is a significant concern for shareholders. A lower dividend yield reduces the immediate return on investment, which could be disappointing for those expecting stable or growing dividend payouts. Now let's see the share price performance. So the share price in 2023, which is 35, and 2022 it was 40. So this is $5 change. And if you just want to find out in the percentage, so you can find it out. Just deduct 35 minus 40, which is minus 5. Divide it with the old price, which is $40, and multiply this with the 100, so you'll get the answer in percentage. So there is minus 12.5% dropped. And for the operating profit margin in 2023, so here as you can see, so operating profit margin is basically 5.9% and 6% in 2023. And the non-current liability and shareholders' equity. So non-current liability is 20 million, same as 2022. Shareholder equity in 2023 was 72 million, and shareholder equity in 2022 is 70 million, was 27 million, 70 million, sorry. So now let's go for its evaluation. So the steady liabilities and the modest increase in equity suggest that AFF is not taking an additional debts to finance its operations, which is a positive from a financial stability standpoint. However, the growth in equity is relatively small in comparison to the challenges seen in operating profit and the share price. Now we are going to do the overall evaluation. So the strength of the financial stability is that there's revenue growth of 8% indicates that AFF is expanding its business and attracting the new customers. The company is maintaining a stable non-current liabilities and has a solid base of shareholders' equity, suggesting the financial stability. And what are the weaknesses? Decrease in operating profit and operating profit margin signals a potential issue with cost management or operational inefficiency. Significant drop in a share price, which is minus 12.5%, and decrease in dividend, which is minus 33.3%, are the main red flags. So these declines suggest that AFF stock is underperforming and shareholders are receiving less value from both capital appreciation and the dividend. So in conclusion, given the declining operating profit, reduced dividends, and decrease in share price, shareholders are unlikely to be satisfied with AFF financial performance in 2023. So while revenue growth is positive, it has not translated into strong financial returns, and the company's declining profit and stock performance could lead to a dissatisfaction among investors. To improve the shareholder satisfaction, AFF may need to focus on improving the operational efficiency, managing cost, and restoring shareholder return through higher dividends or a rebound in share price. Now let's see the Next question, the last question of this paper. Question number 5, that evaluate whether total quality management is the best way to solve the problem of AFF customer complaints. Okay, so basically now let's see that what are the problems here. So there's a problem. Number one is related to customer complaint. Second one, there is a fitness classes starting late because facilities are not ready. Broken gym equipment and unclean training rooms. And there are negative feedback as well. There's a problems we have seen in the case. Now let's see that how TQM will manage it. So first of all, we need to write the definition of TQM. So TQM is a management approach that focuses on continuous improvement, customer satisfaction, and employee involvement at all levels of the organization. TQM is typically built around the customer focus, continuous improvement, involvement, and process-oriented approach. So does TQM address the customer complaints? Now we are going to see this. So quality of facilities and timelines of classes. So TQM focus, maybe TQM emphasize the preventing issues through process improvement, which can directly address the complaints about facilities not being ready for fitness classes. So by analyzing the root cause, let's say cleaning, maintenance schedules, so AFF can implement better processes to ensure that classes begin on time. And what is the effectiveness of TQM in this problem? So TQM can establish standard cooperating procedures, SOPs, for facility maintenance and scheduling, ensuring that all equipment is in working order and changing rooms are cleaned regularly. Number two problem was the broken gym equipment. So how TQM will fix it? So TQM continuous improvement principle could directly target the issue of broken gym equipment. Regular maintenance checks, inventory management, and feedback loops can help identify and address the equipment problems before they affect the customers. And implementing preventive maintenance program and having a team dedicated to regular equipment inspection would help keep the gym in working condition, minimizing the occurrence of broken equipment. Number three problem was the cleanliness of the changing rooms. So TQM promotes a culture of quality across all levels, including the housekeeping. So by setting high standards for cleanliness and involving employees in ensuring they are met, AFF can improve the cleanliness of the changing rooms through employee training on hygiene and cleanliness standards and involving them in a process improvement. TQM would create a cleaner environment, addressing one of the primary customer complaints. So how TQM could work for AFF? So this is how it will work for AFF. It can help employee training and engagement. So since AFF already invests in training for customer care and team working, so TQM would enhance this by encouraging employees at all levels to actively participate in problem solving and quality improvement. So this is overall effectiveness of TQM. First of all, I have talked about the each and every problem, and I connect those problems with the TQM, and I explained that how TQM will help this to fix those problems. And now this is the overview that how TQM could work for AFF altogether. And now we are going to see the potential challenges with the TQM. Of course, we need to write the negative points as well. So there are some potential challenges with implementing TQM. What will it be? So first one, that initial time and investment. So implementing TQM involves an initial investment of time and resources. So AFF would need to train staff, establish new quality control systems, and align all departments with the TQM philosophy. This could cause a temporary slowdown in the operations. Number two problem is the change resistance. So employee may resist new system and processes, especially if the existing culture is informal. Overcoming this resistance will require strong leadership and continuous communication from the new CEO. Third problem is a long-term commitment. So TQM basically requires a long-term commitment and a shift in company culture. So results may not be immediate, and it could take time before the benefits of TQM, for example, reduced customer complaints, become apparent. So now we are going to conclude this. So whether the TQM will be best approach for these problems or not. So TQM appears to be a highly suitable approach for addressing AFF customer complaints. So it focuses on continuous improvement, customer satisfaction, and employee involvement can directly address the issue of unclean facilities, broken gym equipment, and late fitness classes. This TQM would help AFF to build a more systematic and sustainable approach to improving service quality. However, AFF must be prepared for the initial investment of time and resource to implement TQM, and it needs a commitment to long-term cultural change if executed well. So TQM could lead to significant improvement in customer satisfaction and help AFF regain its positive reputation. Therefore, TQM is a strong solution for the quality problems AFF is facing, and it is worth pursuing as part of the company's overall strategy to improve the customer experience. So this is how you should do these questions. And okay, so in the last part of this video, I am just going to inform you about my online past paper sessions. I'm going to conduct my online past paper session from the 1st March. Okay. And of course, like we will be doing the past papers, deep dive in the case studies, solving the A-levels accounting and O-levels accounting papers, each and every paper. We will try to do at least questions from the 10 years of the past papers. So if you are interested and if you want to take the admission, you can WhatsApp me. And yeah, so these classes will be the good classes. Okay, goodbye.